Jeremy. This is your Geek Fix, and tonight I'm going to be unboxing some of the Wand Company, specifically focusing on their Star Trek series of props. So I'm going to be unboxing some of those, kind of in preparation for a documentary I'm making about the Wand Company, as well as these props, which almost never got made. I'll give you some of the story behind that as. But at any rate, let's see here. But yeah, let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me, and if everything's working all right. I'm also going to show you some other props and things that are made not only by the Wand Company. Hi, Scott. I'm not only going to be showing you some of the stuff by the Wand Company, but also some other props, and also looking for what you're interested in seeing. If you have props, Connor's on here too. Hey, Connor. Perfect. Glad that you can see and hear me. And let me see here. I'm going to turn my my brightness up a little bit more on one of these phones so I can see it a little bit better. It's always weird to me because one of my cameras always makes me look a lot blonder than I actually am. I'm not really this blonde. It's kind of darker color. I don't know why it looks so blonde on the screen, but it does. These are also my new glasses, so better get used to it. This is how I look now. If you're used to me normally looking more like this. But at any rate, yeah, so I'm going to be unboxing, opening, going through and showing them all the features of the Wand Company's Star Trek series of props, as well as showing some other things. Hey, Stephen Hall, and wow, I got a lot. Steve Ward, people that are on coming on. If I don't see everything you write, I apologize. Sometimes when I start opening things and stuff, of course, I'm looking at those things, so I might miss you. But anyway, also, if there's props or there's certain or toys or certain series or games, things like that you're interested in seeing, you can always ask me if I have something from it, because maybe I do, and at the end I'll be doing a little bit of that. Also show you some of the stuff I'm going to be giving away for free at New York City Comic Con, as well as at the Good Springs Fallout celebration, and also in LA in November. So anyway, so stay tuned for that as well. Free stuff's always a good time, and also opportunities to see some things that you made and have done. So with no further ado, I always have a harder time with this part on TikTok. I gotta flip the camera. Hang on. Here we go. There we go. And I'm gonna flip this camera here, and let me just position these so that you can see things a little bit better. Can I? Nope. And maybe this one too, a little bit better. All right. So yeah, we're gonna be looking at some Fallout props. They're kind of close to the camera right now. These are props that actually you can't get anymore, including the newest one, which is the working tricorder. The series. And that's part of what I'm going to show. I do have to be a little bit careful. Bluetooth connected to one of my phones that is currently recording, so I got to be careful because I might lose my microphone. But anyway, I'm actually start off with this one first. So this, let's see if I can get these a little bit closer together. Yeah, that's a sec here. And get where you guys can see things a little more. I'll tilt this down a little more. Hey, Jesse. So yeah, here right here is the phaser. This is the original series. The phaser from that series. Hey, can you leave the door, please? Okay, thanks. All right, that works. I think that's what it was. All right, let me try that again. Yeah, let's see. Oh, now you're back. Yeah, it's got disconnected because the door closed, and I connected. Is like I said, this is the Star Trek phaser made by the Wand Company. So this is exactly how it comes. Now this is the box that it came in. Now all of these were designed, the exteriors, the box, the artwork, I believe, all done by Chris Bernardo of the One Company. But like I was saying, these are not just based on essentially what they look like. They're actually scans. They got a hold of originals. They did everything they could to make it look and work like it does on screen, and then also do some additional things. So, for example, with this one, I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I'm going to slide this out. The first cool thing about this is for both the phaser and the communicator is that they come in a box that looks like what Starfleet would give you when first assigning you to your ship, or when completing Starfleet, or while you're in Starfleet. And very, very cool. So as you can see here, it's for the Enterprise, so it is NCC 1701 standard issue phaser. You can also put your name and things on there, and even signature, it looks like, to identify that it's you. On this, I don't think there's any other printing, but there's some cool things that they also do to keep some regulations. You know, when you make toys or when you manufacture things, you have to have these markings on them that are required, and often, you know, they end up ruining a lot of toys and props. And you know, they're the things that when you do try to fix them up or try to make them more screen accurate, you have to scratch off, or you have to sand down. The One Company does a great job of either hiding it very well or incorporating things from the show into those, which I'm going to be showing you too as we go through these things, Lindsay. But at any rate, so let's see here. I'm going to check on one quick thing here. Let's see. Oops. Just making sure that. Oh, let's see. Trying to remember how I want to make this so you guys can see things better, but I also want to make sure that I'm seeing all of the comments. YouTube has a little problem where when you try to check comments, it will, oh, here we go. Chat filter, all messages. All right. If somebody in the chat on YouTube wants to write something, just let me know that it's still working. That would be cool. But anyway, so here is this box. Let me see if I can open it. Sometimes I struggle with opening it. I don't know why. It should be hard to open. I think, but especially since I'm on the other side of here. Okay, no, it's easy. Okay, so when you open it up, look at this. Isn't that cool? So here we have, well, where's the instructions? Oh, the instructions are inside the box. Here we go. Sorry. These are the instructions, also done by Chris Bernardo at the One Company. But at any rate, I'm not seeing any comments from YouTube, so I don't know. Hopefully everything's going all right there. I may have to go out and go back in. I don't know. Let's see. Because I had that minor disconnect. Anyway. But yeah, here I'm going to try something here real quick. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Really weird. And there. I don't know. At any rate, if you, like I said, if you're in the YouTube version of this, let me know that you can still hear me. But this is, yeah, and does this look too bright? Let me turn down my lights a little bit for a second. That's a little bit better, right? So yeah, here's the instructions that come with this, which on the inside, we got this giant picture of the phaser. I believe it's a rendering. Phaser and universal remote control, because that is what this is. It not only acts like and can be a prop, a working prop, but also can control anything that I can use that kind of signal on. So, you know, any of your old classic remote controls, anything you can remote control, you can control with this. The Wand Company, part of the reason that they became popular, oh, in fact, hang on, let me show you one of the original props here. Oh, if I can reach it. Here it is. This is the Chimera wand. This is kind of what they really started their company with. Chris and Steven were working for a company before this, which actually, you know, did a lot of electronics controls. And they came up with this idea of being able to control stuff in a way. This is around the time that Harry Potter was becoming big. Whoops. In a way that would be, isn't that cool? Again, look at the inside of the box. And then you got the wand right there. So the reason why it's called the Wand Company is because that is the first thing that they started off with. And they always have these in-world instructions and details. Which I have this upside down. That guide you through how to use it. And so with this wand, what the purpose of it was is being able to control things, turn things on and off, lights, televisions, whatever, with the wand. And they came up with this really cool way of detecting what was up and what's down. It doesn't matter which way I turn this. Whatever's up, it becomes up. And movements, small movements, would be able to control things in different ways. So, you know, I could turn the channel or turn it on or turn it off or turn up the volume or turn it down, things like that. Very cool. And you might say, well, I saw that at Universal Studios. They have something like that. Well, guess what? They actually bought the Wand Company's, you know, the rights to the Wand Company's design to be able to do that. So if you use one of those wands, technically, you have used the Wand Company's wands at Universal Studios as well, at the Harry Potter world. So anyway, but that's where the name came from. And so their first thing was, you know, a controller. And so they did some other controllers too. I've got another one over here. Grab it. This is the sonic screwdriver. This is Matt Smith's sonic screwdriver. It's very heavy. It's all metal. It's a beautiful. Unfortunately, I didn't charge it, or it doesn't have a battery in it right now. But it also does the same thing. It has where I can make multiple sounds. I can make it, you know, light up in different ways, but it also controls things. And so it acts almost like a sonic screwdriver in that way. So it's pretty cool. You know, very neat. So move that out of the way. Anyway, so once again, we have this something that's able to act both as a remote control as well as a device, as it was a prop. I love the way that it's put together here, though. Let me tilt these down so we can see them a little bit better. Yeah, like that. So the whole thing can be assembled. But first off, this part of the phaser can be used by itself. So if I want to, first off, turn it on. There we go. Effects mode is the mode that allows me to do the standard Star Trek sounds and effects. So, right, that sort of thing. I can, let's see here. Practice mode is, I think, for setting up or practicing how you've set up your remote control. And then control mode, which is where I actually have it set up to control something. I don't have it set up to control anything right at the moment, I don't think. But anyway, so effects mode's the one that I'm going to be mostly starting with, though. In this mode, I think there's not a lot of things that it can do in that mode. Uh-oh, hopefully. Oh, okay. I hope it doesn't. It's not almost out of battery. It might be. Anyway, So next thing I want to do is I want to be able to put it all together like we would. So I'm going to take out this right here is a little screwdriver set. See that right there? And this right here, this thing is magnetized. I believe it's this that's magnetized. So eventually, no, it's not. It's just metal. But eventually, I'm going to be able to stand the whole thing on this stand just with the magnet that's right here. So there's nothing, there is a little bit of a trick here for connecting this because there is a magnet in here. Yep, look at that. So watch. So there's a magnet, I guess, on both sides. So as I stick this through, you'll see. So that's what's holding this thing together. I'm going to now take it and tighten it up. It's kind of hard to do this on the other side of the camera. This is the worst part about making things for YouTube or for, there we go, is so right here I have I have connections. This is what's going to be able to tell the rest of this what to do from this right here. As far as charging it, you can see I do have a little charger port right here. And so, anyway, so now I'm going to take this, I'm going to connect it into here, right? So I'm going to go, trying to remember, do I go, yep, this way first. On this side, got this thing right here, right? So when I push this down, there it goes. It locks into place, just like so. And now, when I pull this button, and I turn it on. There we go. FX mode still. Now when I pull this button right here, look at that. It also, the thing that you can't experience is there's a vibration as well. So whenever I pull this, I'm feeling vibration right here. Isn't that cool? Anyway, you can also change some of those effects. So let's say I want to do this one. Turn it a little bit. Now when I pull on it, now we've got that green light. Isn't that nice? And then if I want to turn it again, again, this is also something that would be controlling, or I can control objects with. I could turn my lights on and off, turn my TV on and off, or change the channel, things like that. Just imagine. One of these is also the detonation, where you override or overheat it. The lighting on it is perfect. It's one of the things that really did so good. Look at that. Anyway, and then that sounds more like one of the door sounds, I think. Oh, here it is. So there it is, getting ready to explode. And I don't remember what happens when you get to the top. Guess we'll find out. There you go. Hey, Gavin. How's it going? Anyway, so Quamarion Jones 20. Hi, Quamarion Jones. Mr. Wild Wasteland, I'm guessing, a Fallout fellow person there. And Rick Granger. Anyway, so I think that was all of them. I think we cycled through. I don't know what that one does. I think you can also... Yeah, we've gone all the way through them. Here's something else that's cool about this, though. Let me get to a different phase. Yeah, that's a good one. Here's another cool thing. See this right here? If you've ever wondered what that is, I can open it up, and on the inside, I've got some crystals, right? Look at that. Kind of cool. You can lock that back up. I actually own several phaser, all the popular phasers that are made by different toy companies. This is the best one. It's also the most accurate in size. I don't know if you knew, for some reason, they were able to make this full size. I heard tale of from a couple of the other very popular companies out there. The reason why they did not make it theirs full size, the other companies, is because there was it had something to do with the protections on it. They weren't allowed to make it exactly the same. This is exactly the same as the screen use prop. So there you go. Anyway, so I think that basically took us all through all of the steps and stages on this one. But at any rate, there's one more thing I didn't fully do. We'll leave this. Oops. We'll leave this assembled to put my little screwdriver thing back together. This is very, whoops, sorry about that. All you folks over there on YouTube. Yeah, this is my little, it looks very Star Trek related. It doesn't look, oh, it even has, I didn't even notice that actually. We've got a little NCC 1701 insignia on the side. I can put back there. I've got my little charger. I can put right here for a moment. I can close that back up and put it over here for a second. But here is my stand, and all I have to do is just stand it like that, and then it has this nice stand for standing. But anyway, look at that. I already got it kind of messed up, didn't I? But yeah, you do want to keep these things nice and charged. This Chris gave me directly, and so anyway, this is sorry about that. This is actually something that was a gift from him to me. So it means even more to me. Don't close the door, please. Leave the door open. Thank you. Don't want to lose my signal again. But at any rate, the overheat reminds me of the overheat feature on the Hasbro Neutron Wand. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this. So this was actually given to me by Chris when we went and hang out with Adam Savage at Tested. So you might have seen us on there. He presented one of the things I'm going to be showing you today. But at the same time, yeah, this was one of the last ones that they had because I couldn't get one at that point in time. Unfortunately, I was really late in trying to get stuff. So this next one I purchased myself, but again, shows you a little bit of dust on it. I've been trying to keep these in box and nice. So this one right here, also, again, similar box to the other. You got all your features and things on the back, also designed by Chris. But just let me try and keep these together as much as I can. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I'll turn this light back on. I'm not sure if it's better to have these lights on. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And similar to the other one, we've got a little case in here for it, just like as if it was given to me, issued to me by Starfleet or by, oh wow, I got some scratches I got on there. This I had to buy used. So it was one of the first things that I wanted to get for sure. It was too late. If you don't act on these when the one company sells them, they only make a limited number, and then you might miss out. And then you're paying a ridiculous amount compared to if you just bought it to begin with. Regardless of how much you think it is, they really gain their value fairly quickly. It's a real testament to their worth. But anyway, so I bought it on eBay. I got it for a really good price because I don't think they knew what they had, and I got it as quickly as I could. I think it was even buy now. Anyway, so I think I paid only like $320 for it. But anyway, which is a good price, I think. But anyway, so similar to the other one, when we open this up, I've got also a little holder. I think most everything was attached by Velcro, wasn't it, to the actual. So this is on this side. I've got my charger. I'll take that out actually right now. So, whoops, flipping that around. And then I think it goes in like this. I'm trying to remember. Am I doing this wrong? Yes, I am. I am doing it wrong. Okay, go this way. Click this in like so. Did I? Oh, I already connected it. And now it will charge wirelessly. So the stand itself is connected to a charger, and then I can just sit this on there and it will charge wirelessly, a lot like my phone. Speaking of phones, this is meant to work with your phone. So it is Bluetooth connected. Like I said earlier, I'm a little nervous because when I open this up, when I turn it on, it's possible it's still paired to one of my phones, in which case I might lose some, but I can't remember which phone. So I might lose sound through the microphone initially, but I'll try and fix that pretty quickly. But anyway, so if it's charged, and if it's turned on, let's turn it on first. I think it's this button. Nope, it's this button. There it goes. All right. So it's turned on now. Look at that. Look at the moire. Just like on the series. On the series, it was controlled by, I think it was watch components, as I remember. But at any rate, so this is actually spinning. It'll spin when it does different things. For example, I can, if I tap this once, let's see. Or double. Oh, it's double tap.
Starfleet Command, top priority.
It'll give me some of the different voices.
Captain Kirk, message from Starfleet
That's
Command,
hers.
top priority.
I got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
McCoy here. Scotty here, Captain. Enterprise. Spock here. Yes, Captain.
So anyway, so we got some of those. If I'm trying to remember. So how about
Enterprise Bridge, Lieutenant Uhura. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I also have kind of a couple of different varieties of things. But the cool thing is, of course, let's see.
Waiting for Bluetooth connection.
Yeah, so if I hold down the right side, it will Bluetooth connect to the device, which if I would have been thinking about this in advance, I would have, I probably would have brought another device that could connect it to, because like I said, I'll lose connection with you if I do that. But yeah, you can actually make phone calls through this. So, you know, like you would expect, when I flick it open, it makes that sound. And then I can push my buttons and I can use, you know, Alexa or Siri or whatever. And I can also, my phone that I had this connected to, I actually had it set up to use the right voice for this series. And so I could tell it to do different things, which includes, if you say to, you know, to Google or whatever else, if you say beam me up, most of them will do something. And so it would do sounds, things like that. In my house, because I have things connected by Alexa, when I say red alert or beam me up and things, the lights change, you know, the sounds play, everything else, plus it's synced in with this. So that's kind of a neat thing. Anyway, I took this out to the desert and did filming with it, things like that. But very cool. When it's just in charging mode, it still has lights and sounds, and then sits nicely on that charging stand. So now we've got two so far of our props. We got our phaser and our communicator. Oh, I forgot to mention one more thing. I didn't really look too much at the phaser about this, but like I said, the downside is when you make stuff, even if you want it to look really, you know, movie accurate,